You go with Kirsten. How you doing?
Hey Trey, I'm doing good.
How's your maintenance journey?
Oh, really good.
Going good?
Really good.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
You going on vacation soon or what?
Yes.
Okay, all
Yes,
right.
I am.
Okay, all right. What you doing to get right for vacation?
Here's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm not I don't like to um lift weights, train. Like, that's doing it. So I've only been doing it 2 days a week, but I'm gonna try to increase it to 3 days a week because I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to tone up more. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, wait. Just so I have an idea, you say you weight train to do what? To lose weight, or you think you have to weight train to tone up?
Just the tone. Just the tone. I don't want to lose any more weight. I just want to tone.
Okay, and you thinking if you want to tone up, you should not lift weights as much?
No, I know I need to do it more and I need to lift heavier, but that's the problem. I don't like to do that, but that's what I'm going to start doing 3 days a week instead of two.
Okay, because you're right. I just want to make sure that we was on the same page. If you want to tone up, ladies, you got to lift weights. That's what toning is. Toning means build muscle and losing fat. Okay, and losing enough fat so the muscle can show through the skin. Now, Kirsten, if you don't care for lifting weights, one thing I would actually recommend for you to do is join that class that you like to do, that GI Jane class you was doing at 4 o'clock in the morning. Remember that? Yeah, that. Yeah. What was it? CrossFit? I remember my good clients. You know that. So what was it? CrossFit? What was you doing?
You call it a fake CrossFit.
Yeah, yeah. So you can do something like that, because some people lifting weights is not fun, right? So you need a external or outside motivation to do it. And for a lot of women, that's why I see a lot of women doing things like solid core, right? They're doing things like Orange Theory, right? They're doing things like the GI Jane class you was doing, or American Ninja Warriors, because ultimately you're in a community. Now you found a tribe, right? So even when you don't feel like going, you're like, hey, you know what? I know Carla's gonna be there. I know Jazz is gonna be there. Let me just show up. You see what I'm saying? So now you have more incentive, right? Like some people, let's be real. Some people go to the gym because they know they're gonna see their gym crush there. So it's like I don't want to go to the gym, but I know her fine ass is gonna be there, so I'm gonna go. And then she's not there. Now you're not motivated. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, just do something like that. Kick. A lot of my clients, they like to do like a kickboxing class. Like just do something that you actually enjoy, because believe it or not, that's gonna tone your body up as well. Just not as fast as you pushing yourself lifting weights, but you're still gonna get the same outcome or the same result. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
All right. No problem. And by the way, ladies, just letting y'all know, I just opened up this brand new pack of white tees for y'all. That's why I was looking crazy wrinkly. Okay. Tati, how you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
Mhm.
Everything's good?
Yeah.
Okay, still cheating on the step challenge?
No, I'm on the treadmill right now because I was too lazy to go outside.
I'm about to do this right after the call too, so just know it's not gonna be you. Alright? Yeah, I gotta get my steps up too. Alright?
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're good, man. Text if you need me, okay?
Sure.
Alright. Miss Dublin, how you doing? Laquita, you here?
Yes, I just couldn't find the unmute button.
Okay, no
Hello?
problem. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. So just give me an update. I know we spoke yesterday. Skin went up a little bit, right?
It went up. We spoke on what, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So yeah, I went up a little bit yesterday, but down again today.
Oh,
So
okay, alright, that's good. Alright. Okay. Do you know why the scale went up a little bit, or you had no idea?
I don't know. I think it might be hormones. It's ovulation time. I bloat a little bit then, so maybe
Oh, okay.
that's what it was. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So, the last thing I'm gonna tell you, Laquita. I mean, we already kind of spoke about it, but I'm gonna tell, because I got other people on the call. Ladies, if you feel like you are, Laquita, first off, she always eat right, y'all. So, You shouldn't have to worry about that. Once again, fat loss is a tricycle, right? It's gonna be nutrition, it's gonna be sleep, it's gonna be working out. If you are stalling, I seen an amazing post earlier today. The best thing you can do is start moving your body more. Okay? A lot of people do not like to work out anymore. A lot of people think walking is a workout. That is not a workout. That is great for you. It's going to keep you on this earth as long as possible. But a real workout is a thing or a movement where you're going to be huffing and puffing after. Okay? So now, walking just simply burns calories, and it's because it's so light. People can walk all day long if they had to. People just don't want to. Okay? So if you're not doing anything strenuous on an average day, then you have to get about 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day, so your body can lose fat comfortably, or you give your body a reason to do so. And back in the days, if we was literally a generation removed, everybody on this call would walk 8,000 steps unless you was bedridden. Because we used to work regular occupations, we had to be in the office, we had to move our bodies. But because of COVID, some people work remotely, and some people don't literally have to leave their house now for them to make money. So just as a reminder, ladies, our bodies, as black people, as melanated people, we need vitamin D. So if you're somebody that knows that, oh, my scale keeps fluctuating and I feel like I retain water, whatever that means to you, you're not getting enough vitamin D. And the best way to get vitamin D is going for a walk outside. So if your excuse of not walking more is because, hey, it's too hot outside, okay, wait until, dust time to go for a walk. If your excuse is, hey, I don't got no time to walk, then okay, cool, wait till after work to go for a walk, or walk first thing in the morning. Anything is better than nothing, okay? But once you start hitting that 7,000 to 8,000 step mark, which is literally you walking without, not even a brisk walk for 45 minutes, that's about 8,000 steps. You can literally call it a day after that. Just do that. 45 minutes is not a long time, ladies. Especially if you're going to watch a Netflix show. Especially if you're going to listen to that podcast or listen to that album anyways. Just try to move your body more if you're stalling. Okay? Kirsten. And I'm going to point her out because that was our problem at one point in time. Kirsten, at one point in time, you was working out, but you was waking up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to work out. How was your results?
I was stalling.
Okay, when you started moving your workout later during the day, when you had more time for yourself, even though you didn't feel like doing it, you decided to walk more or did something later during the day, what happened to your results?
Then the scale started to
Simple. Okay? So, ladies, I'm telling you, if you are stalling, start prioritizing moving your body more no matter how bad you feel or how bad you don't want to do it. People don't want to wake up in the morning and wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Kirsten didn't want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do 3,000 burpees with all these other crazy people. But she was so dedicated and devoted to her goal, she was willing to do it. And I was like, Kirsten, sit your happy A down. You don't need to do all that. Okay? So, just start doing the little things, and these little things will add up more than you think. Alright? Thank you for letting me call on you, Kirsten. Miss Pratt, how you doing?
Sorry for butting in.
Okay, what's up, Tati?
Even more effective, like if you can do it after your last meal. Well, for me, I find it's more effective walking after your last meal.
Exactly. I'm telling y'all, that's a game changer, y'all. So I'm pretty sure Tati's walking right now, and she probably just, quote unquote, possibly ate her last meal of today. True or false, Tati?
I didn't.
Okay. So even like me right now, I didn't finish my meal, but y'all see right here, I got up from a Mediterranean spot. This is turnip, this is tomatoes, this is cucumbers, this is lettuce, this is peppers, and I got just chicken and beef. And right after this call,
What you looking for?
you said what, Tati? Oh, you talking to somebody else. But
Oh,
and,
sorry, I thought I went back on really fast.
that's all good. And right after this meal, I'm about to go for a walk, another walk. I walked earlier today, but I'm gonna just walk for 20 minutes so my body can just digest this food a little bit easier, start metabolizing this faster, which means my body's gonna get to a fat burning state sooner than later. Okay? So these extra little movements, or you doing a version of exercise bites, is gonna be the best thing for you to move the needle and start seeing that scale drop more. I would rather somebody space out how many times they move their body in a day versus them working out for 3 hours at one portion of the day and then be sedentary for the rest of the day. So I've been telling my clients, if you got the time for it, do 20 minutes in the morning, do 20 minutes, or just move your body while you're at work. It doesn't be, once again, to sweat, just to move. and get away from this desk. And then 20 minutes after your last meal, you're going to always see the skill drop more than somebody just do an hour working out, strenuous, hard in the morning, and not doing nothing else for the rest of the day. All right? So just try to prioritize yourself, ladies, especially if you're somebody that has a high stressful job. This walking is going to make your body produce a little bit more endorphins, a little bit more oxytocin, and then you're going to have better quality sleep later during the night because your body's getting that vitamin D that it needs to start converting this serotonin to melatonin. So just give it a shot. All right? All right. Thank you for sharing, Laquita, but I know you're good. Keep doing your thing. LaShonda, I mean, I know you gave me an update. So how was your weight loss journey in the past 2 days?
I am completely amazed. I don't know how I got away with mashed potatoes yesterday. It was awesome. I dropped 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 2 pounds.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm amazed.
So, if y'all not aware, LaShonda was saying how she was stalling. She just finished doing the fast. And just to call her bluff to show her how great she was doing in every other department, it was just a principle that she wasn't eating enough and she was just doing too much extra or adding too much added ingredients to her meals. I made her get literally a steak from Longhorn, which she already enjoys, and mashed potatoes. Oh yeah, I thought that you can't eat starches on this program, right? But because I knew she was gonna have that as her first meal of the day, and then she already explained to me how she don't really eat after that. She might have a snack or something like that. I said, you know what? I want you to get it just so you can see what happens. And LaShonda, after your steak and mashed potatoes meal, what did you eat after that?
After that, I ate right at noon because I had to set an alarm. I ate at about 5:30. I got hungry and I didn't want to eat something later on out of my fast, so I ended up doing 4 eggs and 2 slices of that weird bacon.
Oh, the weird bacon?
And that's all I had. But it was, hey, I made it work.
Well, what was the bacon that's weird? Is it because you had to actually cook it, or what?
It was that apple, whatever.
Oh, an apple. Okay. How did it taste? Did you like it or no?
It was okay. I mean, it was okay. I got one question for you.
Yeah.
Are you telling me I can have mashed potatoes with my steak every day, or was that just a one-time thing?
So here's what I'll try to make you see. If you have that starch, first off, mashed potatoes is the best starch you could put inside your body, period. Yes. Okay? But
I love mashed potatoes.
People say they love potatoes, right? When you ask the average person in America what's their favorite vegetable, they're going to say a potato, right? But when they say potato, they're referring to French fries.
A carb, a starch, right?
So it's not just the principle that it's a starch. It's the fact that this starch has now been engulfed in grease, which means the highest macros is carbs and fat.
Gotcha.
Potatoes is just a starch. It's not the worst starch, but it's just a starch, right? And then the way we hook up a potato, now I'm adding some chives, now I'm adding some sour cream, now I'm adding some butter, now I'm adding some this. This is what makes a potato bad. So when you get a mashed potato, especially from a restaurant, what they literally do is salt, pepper, butter, potato. That's it. So if you had that earlier during the day with a steak, the reason why I told you to get the steak with the mashed potatoes is because I knew for a fact that's going to keep you full till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then you said what? I felt like I'm going to start getting hungry at 5 o'clock. So you ended off your day with 4 eggs, which now usually people have eggs when? As their first meal, which is not the heaviest. So you ended off your day with a lighter meal with your weird bacon, and the scale still dropped a pound.
2 pounds, easy.
So when you are eating earlier during the day, you have more wiggle room, LaShonda, because now you're giving your body more time to metabolize this heavier meat. That's why I tell clients that if you're going to have red meat, have it earlier during the day or with your first meal of the day. This is literally my first meal of the day. I've been running errands all day, but you see a little bit of beef, a little bit of chicken. But based off how I feel today, I know for a fact I'm probably not going to eat later. So this is going to be my only meal of the day. It's not that deep.
But for me, I was doing the 5 p.m. to like 11.
Yes.
Then I was only
Yes.
a couple hours of sleep.
Yes.
So I think backing it all the way up to 12 has really made a difference. And then because I eat at 12 and then I got to hit the halls because I'm a therapist. So I got to hit the halls. So I've been rolling all day.
And that's my point. So you're active enough to have that. So you, essentially, to answer your question, can you have mashed potatoes and steak every single day if that's what you wanted? I'm gonna say yes, but with a caveat. Every single day that your stick color is purple, you can have it. Once you start noticing that your stick color is getting lighter and lighter and it's more on the pink side, don't play around with the mashed potatoes. Because once you lose color and then you start eating steak and mashed potatoes, you're not going to get color again.
Right. Maybe, can I have it maybe once or twice a week? How about that?
Better question. What is your stick color today?
It was so dark. It hadn't been dark in weeks.
You can have steak and mashed potatoes every single day that your stick color is dark. Because what you...
Does it matter what type of potato?
Tell me what type of potato would you like?
I don't know. I guess russet. I don't know. I don't care. As long as it's potato, I'll eat it. So I don't care.
So the reason why I asked you that was because you had mashed potatoes, right? People usually never makes mashed sweet potatoes because that's considered what? Yams, essentially, right? A white potato always have more carbs in it than a sweet potato. So if you said, hey Trey, can I have a sweet potato over mashed potatoes? I'ma always say yes. Because the sweet potato is even healthier than a mashed potato.
I'll do that then. I can do that.
But now if you're just not gonna be
Disgusting.
but if you're just not gonna be a Negro with it and add, the cinnamon, you can have cinnamon. You can have all the cinnamon you want, but you're not adding marshmallows to it, then you're not adding butter to it, then you're not adding brown sugar to it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing all that, you can have it. Okay? But once again, what's that?
I'm sorry. This is the doggone Atkins cluster, peanut butter cluster. Holy crap. I ate it. I only ate half. It was so good. I was scared to eat the whole thing because I figured I was being tricked, so I only ate half.
Why do you think you're being tricked?
So good.
Why do you think you're being tricked?
No, I'm just saying it was too good.
That's my point. I know. So that's why, LaShonda, when I tell you these snacks, and by the way, this is a snack, ladies, the Atkins Snickers. Just Google Atkins Snickers near me. It literally tastes equivalent as a Snickers, right? And LaShonda, by the way, first off, you got more discipline than me. Because I'm never just eating half. But two, if you could eat the snacks that I tell y'all, ladies, y'all can eat the full thing one time a day. But what people usually do, LaShonda, is it tastes so good that they tell themselves, I'm gonna only eat one, and then they end up eating 2 to 3. So if you're stopping yourself from doing that, half, of course, is better than one, but you can eat the whole one and still expect the scale to drop. Yeah, so you can enjoy yourself and lose weight.
I'm excited. So I'm gonna get me some sweet potatoes because I did pick up some steak strips and I marinated them last night and they're in the refrigerator and I'm gonna sear them today and throw them in the oven.
Perfect. Okay.
It's a lot easier than the Instapot with the beef tips.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, once you told me you was doing that, you had xanthan gum and all that stuff. I'm like, for all that, you could have just had a simple steak if that's what you really want. So ladies, just be mindful of the additional things you're doing to the food. When I order this, they look at me crazy every single time because they're like, oh, you're the only person that order with no oil and no dressing and no sauces on the side. I'm like, yeah, because I'm a nutritionist, right? And then they're like, wow, people didn't even know that we put oil in this, and this is a salad. But people don't put 2 and 2 together. Why in the hell this salad is so good, but it's also got this little sweet taste to it? It's their oil. So you just gotta be mindful of the additional things, because if I showed you a ramekin of oil, that ramekin of oil easily got about 600 calories of oil. That's a lot of calories coming just from oil by itself. What are you about to say, LaShonda?
And I will say this: I tried the G. Hughes. They have a chicken clucking sauce.
Yeah, famous clucking sauce.
Comparable to the Chick-fil-A sauce.
So you got hip to it too. Yep.
Yes, and then the barbecue, the G. Hughes barbecue, the hickory.
LaShonda, we got the same taste buds. That's the only 2 I got in my house. All I got is the famous clucking sauce and the hickory sauce. I don't even like barbecue sauce, but I like that.
Exactly. I didn't like the original, but I like the hickory.
Yeah, the original's trash.
I did get the yum yum sauce, and I saw a burger sauce.
Yeah, I got the burger sauce and still never opened that one up yet.
I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try that. So I'm super excited. I did get the street taco sauce from Walden Farms. I think the dressings, the Walden Farms taste better than the G. Hughes' dressing.
Try it. Now, a lot of people say like the Walden Farms one, that's people's usually least favorite. So my personal favorite dressing, and ladies, if you're not knowing about these dressings, I have a whole video about all the best sauces that you can pick up. But my favorite one is Boathouse Farms. They got, yeah, you see what I'm saying, Tati? Boathouse Farms. So I'm gonna show you that. Just I'm a these are the ones that got like the creamy avocado. Boathouse Farms, boom, right there. So they got Caesar dressing. If you like Caesar dressing, they got the classic ranch. They got, this is my favorite, the cilantro avocado. I get a Chick-fil-A Cobb salad, and it literally tastes like the avocado ranch, just way less calories. But yeah, they got that smoke at Boathouse Farms. But that G. Hughes,
We can have all we want of that.
yeah. Have as much as you want. That and Primal Kitchen, because somebody asked me about teriyaki sauce the other day. Primal Kitchen, they got some pretty good sauces too. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So ignorance is bliss, y'all. And when it comes to ketchup, my favorite ketchup is just regular Heinz, sugar free. All right.
Can you go back to the Boathouse one again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, of course.
Boathouse. The primal one.
Oh, Primal Kitchen. Yeah, Primal Kitchen.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, I have to go. I got a patient. I got to eat.
That's all good. It's all good. Thank you for joining. All right.
Thank y'all.
All right, LaShonda.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. All right. So she's back on track, so that's good. Who I haven't spoken to in a little minute? Constance, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
How's life? What you been up to?
Super busy, but I definitely been doing pretty good
Okay.
in terms of my weight loss journey and making better choices. I did go a little rogue when I had a trip to Chicago, but I'm back on track. So
Okay. All right.
happy about that.
So you haven't seen the scale drop recently?
Yes. Not very drastically, but I know the other day I lost 2 pounds, so I was excited about that. But I definitely have been fighting. Like I gained to lose 2 pounds and gain 2, or just going back and forth. With the weight, but
Okay. All right. So what I would love for you to do, Miss Chicago, and then you went to the Windy City and forgot about little old me. Schedule a call next week. Please and thanks. On Monday. Cool?
okay.
All right, Constance. But other than that, I'm glad you had your chip. It's all good. It's all good. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I think I got a couple more. I mean, Patricia, you already know you good. Scale been dropping. Sandra, I feel like we're good. Unless you want to talk. You have anything to say?
No, hey, I sent you a text. Could you just answer the text?
Yeah, I answered the text. I'm gonna do all my texts after this call. All right. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Now,
That's it.
you said what, Patricia?
Same thing with the sex.
Okay, I'm gonna do my text here. Okay, I got your text. Alexis, how you doing? Everything's good? All right. Carissa, what about you? Everything's good? What's going on?
I was trying to find the people.
It's all good.
Yeah, everything's going good.
Everything's good? Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Make sure if we're not scheduled for tomorrow, schedule for Monday. All right.
Okay.
You know you're my priority, so just keep me up to date. All right.
All right.
All right. Other than that, Patty
I have a
in.
quick question.
Okay. Well, Constance, what's up?
I have a quick question about me circling back to my coffee issues. Protein coffee, is there any specific things that you would recommend so like I can, hit my need of getting coffee but also making like a better choice with adding protein to it?
There's no purpose of you adding protein to your coffee. If you're gonna have coffee, just have coffee.
Okay.
It's just gonna add extra calories, especially because a lot of people they add protein to their coffee, but you're not working out. So if y'all drinking a protein shake, which is why she's asking about a protein coffee, and some people like to use a protein shake as a creamer to the coffee, that's just gonna make you gain weight because of all the extra crazy added ingredients that they put inside of it. So that's why I say, Constance, if you want a coffee the way you want it, just have a coffee. Tati was talking about, well, was it Tati? Nah, I wasn't Tati. But Constance, let me ask you this. What is an ingredient, if you was able to have your coffee the way you want it in the morning, what would be inside of it?
The way that I want it, well, the way Starbucks makes it, but I do a little bit of both. But I usually go for like the caramel macchiatos, but I think I've tried like the espressos and add the sugar-free syrup instead, which is not too bad. It was Splenda, but I do like it light and sweet. So I've been trying to like get it as sweet as possible without adding a whole bunch of sugar, and then also like being mindful of like using almond milk or as a substitute for the cream, the half and half.
Okay, so ladies, the reason why coffee is one of the worst things you can drink first thing in the morning is because you notice how not only she said, oh, I don't want coffee, I want Starbucks, right? Which means that off the rip, she's literally going to add about 60 to 70 grams of sugar to start off her day. Which means immediately, once she takes a sip of that Starbucks, her body stops burning body fat, and it's not going to burn body fat until she goes to sleep, if at all. So that's why the people who start off their day with coffee on average doesn't see the scale drop. So now, if she said, Trey, well, I still want to have my coffee, what I'm going to do is, Constance, I want you to really try to take my Starbucks order, and I'm putting it in the chat right now. So watch that. You see that, right?
Yeah.
I want you to watch that, favorite that, and literally take that order. That's a Starbucks hack that I allow myself to drink only on the weekends, Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday. These are days where I don't care if the scale don't drop, but I'm not going to drink this on a random Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and expect the scale to drop because I already know it is so sweet. I feel good. It's giving me my little, my little sugar rush, and I usually is going to crave something else later that day because that's what sugar does. Okay? So you can have that, but that is a treat. What I would rather you do is instead of you starting off your day with a morning coffee, because let's be real, you don't want coffee, you want the sugar inside the coffee. Honestly, it might sound crazy.
I do my coffee like around 1, 2 o'clock, so it's like a pick me up from like midday.
Right. So if that's the case, honestly, it's gonna sound crazy. I would rather you get an energy drink.
Okay.
So, ladies, I'll be honest with y'all. My biggest vice on earth is I want to start my day with an energy drink. I know that about myself, right? But the reason why I started doing an energy drink was because I used to start my morning with Starbucks too. And then you realize when a white chocolate frat Starbucks has about how much nutrition facts? Let's look at the nutrition facts. 47 grams of sugar and 55 grams of carbs. And this is the grande size. You're saying, oh, okay, I can see why the scale's not dropping every single time I have that. Right? Just like she said, she likes a caramel macchiato. Yeah, I'm going to do it right for you so you can see why that caramel macchiato is crazy from Starbucks, Constance. Okay? So, a caramel macchiato is about 25 grams of what? Carbs? Oh, excuse me, 35 grams of carbs, 30 grams of sugar. And this is a grande. And that's without the extra, people like to do extra drizzle and all that stuff. Right? But the energy drink I like is called Ghost Energy Drink. And they got all the flavors you want in the world. Right? So no matter how crazy you're feeling that day, you can get an energy drink. And guess what? You get the exact same amount of caffeine that you want with 10 calories and 2 grams of carbs. Well, this one specifically got 2 grams of carbs. Majority of them got 0 carbs. Okay? So, energy drink is not that healthy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but this energy drink is better than any Starbucks order you can order, period. But people don't rationalize it like that. They just think it's unhealthy. Okay? Black coffee, healthy. Green tea, healthy. When you have a green tea, you're adding honey to it, not as healthy as just regular green tea. If you get a Starbucks and you're adding a whole lot of crazy stuff to it, it is not as healthy as just a straight up energy drink. Okay? But you notice how I'm getting the 0 calorie or 10 calorie energy drink. I'm not showing y'all just straight up Red Bulls and Monsters and things like that. Okay? Quality. Gorilla Mines, Celsius is the best energy drink you can put inside your body, period, in the US market. So if you need to have a picker up, like I like to have a picker up, by the way, I had an energy drink around 1 o'clock too. I didn't even eat yet, but I had an energy drink. Get one of these. All right, y'all. This will be the best thing you can do to swap over from your, your coffee little routine that you got going on. All right, but on a Saturday, I'm gonna have my Starbucks the way I want it. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all.
Right. Okay, that's perfect.
All right.
And then one last thing too. So I saw something about like alcohol, sugars, in some sugar-free candy that I was eating too. I was trying to figure out, is that like bad? Good?
So she's referring to you know what? I'm gonna give y'all an example. Why not? So she's talking about sugar alcohols, right? And sugar alcohols are what these, when keto became cool or whatever, everybody's using sugar alcohols to tell you why it got no carbs in it. Yeah, it kind of essentially somewhat does the same thing. So if I Google Atkins M&Ms, right? And the reason why I know about the sugar alcohols is because I used to destroy these saying the same thing. So if you look at this, it says 16 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, right? So Constance, how many net carbs already you see right here?
Outside, let me look closer. 15.
15, right? Because 16 minus 1 is 15, right? But then you see how many sugar alcohols?
14.
14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now if you look at the box, it says how many net carbs?
Oh, it says 1.
You see what I'm saying? Because they subtracted 15 from 14. The reason why they're doing that is because the human body cannot absorb sugar alcohols. But because your body cannot absorb sugar alcohols, it's going to make you bloat. Because now your bacteria is going to get to it, it's going to start fermenting it. So that's why for some people, when they eat a lot of things that got a whole lot of sugar alcohols, they have an amazing bowel movement the very next day and not in a couple hours. Okay? Or they notice that the scale doesn't drop. And they feel like they're holding on to water weight. It's because of the sugar alcohols. Okay? So what I want you to do from now on, Constance, if you see anything that says sugar alcohols, erythritol, or allulose, whatever number you see, divide it by 2. Now you can subtract that number from the net carbs. Okay? So,
Say that again. Divided by 2 and then subtract
from the net carbs.
Got it.
Okay? So the net carbs was 16 minus 1, which is 15, right? What is 14 divided by 2?
7.
7. So now I can subtract the 15 or the 7 from the 15.
Okay.
So 15 minus 7 is 8, right? So essentially, this really has 8 true net carbs. Do you see what I'm saying? And if this has 8 true net carbs, Constance, can you still have it?
I mean, yeah, it's a better option.
You can have it because you want the carb number closer to what?
Well, 5.
5. Than 15. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what, you can have this. The issue is, this tastes so good that you might end up having more than 1 pack. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just a good balance between, okay, I'm not gonna have my guilty pleasure, right? But now let me make sure I'm not wilding out with it because I can see there's only 1 net carb and I'm just trying to rationalize why I'm eating more of these. You know what I'm saying? So ladies, when you're trying to see the scale drop the very next day, you gotta be very, 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 very mindful with the sugar alcohols. Because yeah, your body's not gonna absorb it, but it's also gonna make your body bloat. and it's gonna make your body retain water. So that's why some of y'all, when y'all start going crazy with stuff like Smart Sweets, right? Things like that, the gummies and all that stuff, the keto candies, the scale don't drop the very next day. And you feel like you had a perfect day. You just had one of these. Yeah, because it's that. That's why I tell y'all the best type of snack that you can have, which people don't like, is the chips. Because the chips essentially is only about 5 to 8 ingredients. But people don't like chips like that. People want sweets. But when the human body's craving something sweet, it really wants something salty. So if you ever was having a sweet craving, let's say you're on your cycle, and then you're like, I really do not want to even touch these chips. But you know what? Let me just call Trey's bluff. Let me have a couple of these chips. You're going to realize that sugar craving immediately goes away. But that's not what we want. We want what we want. So just make sure you have a better balance of having more legendary chips, the days you want to see the scale drop, Quest chips, or these wild chips. But a lot of people don't like them, you know? But it's going to work. It's going to keep you on par, and it's going to help you see the scale drop. Okay? Or, better yet, fruit. Have all the fruit you want. Blueberries, strawberries, berries, watermelons, things like that. Okay?
Got it. Thank
All right.
you.
Other than that, do anybody got any questions? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Matter of fact, Patty Ann, I want to check up on you, and then I'm going to let everybody go.
Hi, Trey.
How you doing, Patty?
Doing good.
Doing good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
How's your weight loss journey been going?
I'm staying on track. It was a struggle because life was lifing,
Okay.
but I'm back on track. And after listening to the call on Tuesday, I kind of switched my window to 10 o'clock
Yeah.
and realized the difference in the scale. So the scale is going in the right direction.
Okay, what was your window
And then
before?
the last night, 12.
12 to 6?
12, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I tried to finish off by 5 p.m. But last night I went a little past. I ate late, like 8 o'clock, but then I went and walked. So the scale still did drop because I didn't really want to walk, but I forced myself, and I saw the difference this morning.
Okay. There you go, ladies. I'm telling you, once you get that steps up, you're gonna see the scale drop. Like, you know what? I'm gonna shout this person out. Patricia. I want to congratulate her. Matter of fact, Patricia, did you hit your 50 pounds yet?
I did actually a couple
Right.
days ago, but
Yeah.
I went back up a couple days.
But that's cool. But you
I
did.
did hit my 50
You hit. So Patricia, y'all, just signed back up on my program. She was an old client, right? About 2 or 3 years back. Life got the life in, right? She joined my program again, and now she is 50 pounds down in under 3 months. But you know why she lost 50 pounds? She does not play. Period. I had to convince her to start cheating. I had to convince her to stop cheating on this step challenge. Every single day she's at the top. So I'm telling y'all, and she been seeing more consistent results since the step challenge. True or false, Patricia?
True.
I'm telling y'all, the X factor, if you have to see the scale drop more, is you figuring out a way to move your body more throughout the day. There's people where they literally say, if you get 20,000 steps, there's no way. There is no way on God's green earth you're going to have weight issues if you get 20,000 steps a day. But that's a lot of steps. You see what I'm saying? Now, 10,000 steps is you walking straight, unintentionally, for yourself for an hour. So if you're getting closer to, okay, like Tati. Tati, I know she was moving her body earlier during the day because she lives in New York. But you know what? Let me end off my day on this walk pad on this treadmill at 6 o'clock. She's getting close to 15,000 plus steps a day. She's never going to have an issue managing her weight. Ever. Okay? So ladies, the more steps you get in a day, the easier it is to manage your weight. If not, the easier it is for you to see the scale drop too. Okay? Try to get your steps up. That's why you see some people, when you pull up at Walmart, you're like, who in the hell is parking their car all the way in the back? Where the trucks are at. I promise you they're probably the leanest or the smallest or the most toned people in that whole entire store. So they're making it inconvenient just to get extra steps. That is the name of the game. That's all I gotta say. All right.
spot, and then I walk down like 4 flights in the morning to try to get, some steps before going to work.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like even like the other yesterday, I went to matter of fact, I went to Target just an hour ago, and honestly, y'all, don't snitch on me. I have a handicap parking, so I usually park in handicap. I know, but
Wait.
nah. I don't want to hear all that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. I be parking right in the front because I don't got time. Okay, and I don't want nobody to sideswipe my car and then just roll off. So that's why I really do it, so nobody hit my car. But ultimately, I started parking in the back because nobody's gonna hit your car in the back because there's no cars out there.
I'll snitch on you because you shouldn't have been in Target.
Hey, you know what? Two of my clients said that today when I was going shopping today. It was like, "Oh, Trey, are we supposed to be boycotting Target?" And I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I needed my little wipes, and I needed my plastic forks. So I'm sorry, y'all." Yeah, all right. So, other than that, though, yeah, just do little things to force yourself to move your body more, and those little steps adds up more than you think. Believe it or not, your body burns more fat, more calories, not off your workout. It's the things when you're not working out. You moving your fingers. You're communicating to people. You moving around in the office. You blinking your eyes. You picking up the remote. It's those little things that burns more calories than the workout itself. So if all day long you're in a chair and you're just typing away, yeah, you're not going to burn a lot of calories. Period. Okay? So make it uncomfortable for a couple of times throughout the day for you to do extra movement, and watch how much you start seeing the scale drop, and watch how much you stop stalling. Because that's what y'all hate. Alright? Alright. Other than that, I'm about to end this call. Do anybody got any questions, comments, concerns? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Alright. So other than that, thank y'all for making this call. Thank y'all for being my best set of clients. Everybody was on this call, y'all my better clients. So thank y'all. And we'll talk next Tuesday, okay? Other than that, enjoy y'all weekend.
You too.
All right, y'all.
Good night.
Have a good night, y'all.